Bueno, buenos días.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos días. Bueno, bueno.
I don't think the judge is here yet, sir.
Do you guys speak Spanish, or I'm his son? You want me to translate?
We are
All
defendants.
right, good
We have
morning.
no
My name is
idea.
Tony
There it is.
Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. We're going to get started here. Today's date is August 28, 2024. We are on the record. Everything is being recorded here today. We are conducting these proceedings via Zoom. We are also having the proceedings broadcast live on the court's YouTube channel. I want to thank everyone for being here today. A lot more people were summoned to show up. They haven't showed up, but I want to thank y'all for being here. I'm going to ask everyone to keep their devices on mute until your case is called. Okay, I have the ability to mute you. So if I see that you're off mute, I will put you on mute. Today's proceedings, we are here today on the court's pretrial docket. Once again, today is August 28th, 2024. The time is approximately 9:17. If you're here today, that means you've already entered in a plea of not guilty. You've asked for either a trial before the court or a trial in front of a jury, whichever it may be. Before you actually go to trial, you are entitled to a pretrial, and you're going to have the ability to speak to a prosecutor representing the state of Texas. Here today, we have Mr. Epi Sassi. He is the prosecutor representing the state of Texas. When I call your case, if you want to speak to Mr. Isasi, I will give you the opportunity to do so. Once again, as I've mentioned before in prior hearings, Mr. Isasi, as the attorney for the state of Texas, is the individual who brings the case on behalf of the state of Texas. So he has the ability to do a number of things, from negotiating a plea bargain agreement to listening to any evidence you may want to present to him to consider. And if he feels that if it's warranted, he has the ability to recommend dismissal of the case. If you are unable to work out your case with Mr. Isasi, or if you don't want to speak to the prosecutor today, then we will set your case for trial, whether that be in front of the judge or in front of a jury, and we will send you notice of that trial date. So the way this is going to work here today, when I call your case, please unmute your device. I will swear you in. And then I'm going to ask you whether you want to speak to the prosecutor, and I'm going to ask you if you have any pretrial motions. Pretrial motions need to be filed before today's hearing, and if you have any pretrial motions on file, I will be more than happy to listen to those motions today. If you, once again, do not want to speak to the prosecutor and you just want to go forward with your trial, you let me know. You also have the ability to go open, to do an open plea on your case. What that means, if you don't agree with the prosecutor's offering and you want to go ahead and change your plea to guilty or no contest, you have the ability to do that in front of me, the judge. But know this, once you decide to do that, and whatever decision I make at that time as far as punishment, that's what it's going to be. You can't go back and say, well, I kind of like what the prosecutor was offering before, and I want to do that. No, once you ring that bell, you can't unring it. Okay. So that being said, are there any questions? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and call today's docket. Court cause number 24030000469, State of Texas versus Joshua Adams.
That's me, Your Honor.
Mr. Adams, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to go ahead and change the name on your device to reflect your full name.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. Okay, Mr. Adams, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
I do.
All right, Mr. Adams, then we here shortly, I will be putting you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi. Thank you. Court calls cause number 240300004. 2409 and 2405000520. State of Texas versus Pedro Benitez. Pedro Benitez. Pedro Benitez. Okay. Court calls number 2405000067. State of Texas versus Thomas Brammer. Thomas Brammer. Thomas Brammer. Court calls number 2309000124. State of Texas versus Patricia Castillo. Patricia Castillo. Patricia.
Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, Miss Castillo is out here in the lobby.
Okay, perfect. We'll be with her shortly. Court calls number 2403000261. Kenneth Cotton. Kenneth Cotton. Crystal, I see that Mr. Cotton has an attorney listed. Has he
Yes.
contacted the court?
No, he has not. I'm gonna make contact with the lawyer right now.
Okay, I'll put a note here that we're checking with him. Court calls number 2403000241. State of Texas versus Jonathan Dean. Mr. Dean? Yes, sir. If you can unmute your device, please.
Hello? Hello?
Mr. Dean?
Yes, sir. Okay, sorry, I was having trouble unmuting. I got it.
Okay, Mr. Dean, go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You are Jonathan Dean?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm sorry, full name's Chad. I go by that, but I'm Jonathan Chad Dean. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Dean, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down.
Thank
Then go ahead and mute your device and he'll be with you shortly, okay?
Okay, I will. Thanks.
Thank you. Court calls number 2405000161. State of Texas versus Laura de Leon Rueda. Laura de Leon Rueda.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, let me go ahead and change your device to reflect your full name. Mr. Rueda, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you are Laura de Leon Rueda.
That's correct.
Mr. Rueda, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
I do, sir.
Okay, go ahead and mute your device and he'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Court calls number 2403000429. State of Texas versus Edward Fonseca. Edward Fonseca. Edward Fonseca. Court calls number 2405000238. Jesus Garcia Alvarez. Jesus Garcia Alvarez.
No hablo inglés. Aquí está mi hijo, él sí habla. ¿Puedo hacerlo yo o le paso a mi hijo que él hable?
Señor Álvarez, yo hablo español. Estamos aquí hoy. ¿Entiendes lo que estamos haciendo hoy?
Sí,
Ok. Hoy está, mira, primero puede levantar la mano derecha.
sí,
¿Juras decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada la verdad?
sí.
Ok, puedes bajar la mano. Hoy está el abogado por el estado, se llama Epi Sassi. ¿Usted quiere hablar con él hoy?
Sí, pues está
Ok.
bien.
Ok, usted puede hablar con el abogado del estado y si están de acuerdo, entonces ahí se acaba la causa. Si no están de acuerdo, entonces le vamos a poner la causa por un jurado. ¿Está bien?
Está bien.
Ok, gracias. Ahorita,
Ok.
ahorita se junta él con usted.
Gracias a
De
usted.
nada.
Bye.
Bye. Court calls number 2403000305 and 2403000306. State of Texas versus Leticia de Leon. Leticia de Leon. Leticia de Leon. Court calls number 24050000274, Ruben Martinez. Ruben Martinez. Ruben, Mr. Martinez, if you can unmute your device, please. Okay, Mr. Martinez, let me see here. There should be a button that has like a little microphone. You need there you go.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Mr.
Okay.
Martinez, can you please raise your right hand? Do you
Yes,
swear
sir.
to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Ruben Martinez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martinez, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes.
Okay, if you'll mute your device, he'll be with you shortly.
Okay.
Court calls number 24050000204, State of Texas versus Albert Medina. Mr. Medina, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Medina, do you wish to, you are Albert Medina, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly. If you can mute your device.
All right, thank you.
Court calls number 24030000425, State of Texas versus Abanadi Hiram Monita. Abanadi Hiram Monita. Court calls number 23020000894, State of Texas versus Eloy Saiz Piloto. Eloy Saiz Piloto. Court calls number 24050000091, Jaime Silguero. Jaime Silguero. Jaime Silguero. Court calls number, oh, that's the same one. That's going to be 1800000160161, 1804004001926. That is also for Jaime Silguero. Court calls number 23110000169, State of Texas versus Benito Silva. Benito Silva. Crystal, let's go ahead and call Miss Leon when you get a chance.
Yes,
And court
Judge.
calls number 24050000266, State of Texas versus Brian Valdez. Mr. Garcia,
Yes, sir. I'm here, Judge. Good morning.
good morning. Do you wish to speak to Mr. Isasi?
That's correct, Judge. Yes.
And my understanding, Mr. Garcia, is that you've got to be in another court this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and put you in the breakout room with Mr. Isasi first, okay?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Judge.
Okay, for everyone else, I ask that you just be patient. When your turn comes, I'll go ahead and put you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi. What a breakout room is, you'll be put in. You'll see a little button come up. You push it, and you'll be put where you'll have a private meeting session with the prosecutor. And then once y'all are done, you get out of that. You push the button to get out. If you're unable to do so, I'll get you out. And then you'll come before the court and the prosecutor will announce if y'all have an agreement or not. Okay? Any questions from anybody? Mr. Martinez? I can't hear you, Mr. Martinez. And it doesn't look like that you're on mute. Something happened to your audio, Mr. Martinez. You may want to log off and then try logging back on to see if your audio comes back on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what was the question?
I was asking if anybody had any questions.
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, the prosecutor will be with you shortly.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, for everyone else, if for whatever reason something comes to you, although my device will be on mute and my screen will be off, if you just say judge, I am at my desk. I will come back on and I will answer your question, okay? Thank you. Mr. Holscher,
Yes, Your Honor.
good morning. You're here on Mr. Cotton. Do you wish to speak to Mr. Isasi this morning?
Yeah, I could at least speak to him for a moment, but I think this one's going to be a jury trial, so.
Okay, well then, if you'll wait patiently, he's meeting with Mr. Garcia right now, and I'll put you in a breakout room with him here shortly.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Leon,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. You're here on Mr. Silva?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, do you wish to speak to Mr. Isasi?
I did file a motion for the court, but I can discuss that matter with Mr. Isasi.
Okay, good. I'd rather y'all discuss it first and then y'all announce whether y'all need a hearing or not, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. All right, thank you. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Valdez, that's John Garcia's case.
Yes.
What we've agreed to a 30-day deferred, $100 fine and court costs of $134 in return for his plea of no contest.
Okay, hold on. Let me get Mr. Garcia back in here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Isasi, if you can go ahead and make that announcement again, please.
On Mr. Valdez's case, Your Honor, in return for his plea of no contest, it will be a 30-day deferred, $100 fine, and the court cost of $134.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, is that your understanding of the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is, Judge.
And are you asking the court to approve that agreement on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, we'd like the court to approve this plea bargain with Mr. Brian Valdez's case.
Okay, the court will approve it. Mr. Garcia, if you can just make sure you get with the court clerks regarding the paperwork.
I will, Judge. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good morning.
Good, you too. All right, next I need to get the lawyers in and out because I know y'all have other cases pending. I'm gonna put you with Mr. Holscher, Mr. Isasi.
Okay. Case on here.
Just to double check, Judge, you're going to do all attorneys before the other defendants. Is that correct?
I just have two attorneys
Okay.
left.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, hello. For those of you that are in the Zoom, I have somebody live, so I'll be dealing with that case. So that's why you're going to hear me talking. Court cause number 23090000124, State of Texas versus Patricia Castillo. Ms. Castillo, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can put your hand down. You are Patricia Castillo? Okay, Mr. Castillo, you are here on a pretrial. That means that you've already entered in a plea of not guilty, and you're here before the court to either present any pretrial motions you may have pre-filed, or you can speak to the prosecutor if you so choose. Do you want to speak to the prosecutor today? Okay. If you'll go ahead and you can take a seat outside where you were at. Yeah, and when the prosecutor is ready to see you, he will call you in, okay? Well, you have an opportunity to speak to him, and if you're able to come to an agreement, great. If you're not able to, then the case goes forward. All right? Thank you. Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. In this case, Mr. Holster's requesting a jury trial in the case, and during the time, we'll make sure we'll forward to him the discovery that's on file.
All right, Mr. Holscher. If you can just follow up with the clerks, Mr. Holscher, for your discovery.
Yep.
They'll be notified to start getting it ready, okay?
Yeah, I'll send it right over, and then whenever y'all's next jury trial date is, just send it my way.
All right, Mr. Holscher, thank you very much.
May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Leon, putting you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Leon, Mr. Isasi
Yes, sir.
just informed me he had to take a short break because he got a call from federal court.
Okay.
So if everyone can just be patient, and for everyone else that's here, I just want to ask that y'all please be patient. Know this, normally you would have to be sitting in my courtroom, having to travel to Robstown to wait for your case to be called. At least in this format, this is the silver lining to all this, is that you're able to maybe multitask, do some other things while you're in the comfort of your own home or at work. So that's the silver lining to having to be on Zoom. And because our prosecutor is also a private practicing lawyer, like I told Ms. Leon, he was called by a federal judge, so he has to take that phone call. But it shouldn't be too long. So we'll just ask everyone to be patient, and we'll get to your case here as soon as possible. Thank you.
Requesting 719. Oh, shit.
We're back. We're back on 9.
Okay, Mr. Sassi, I'm gonna put you in the room with Ms. Leon. Mr. Sassi, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Silva's case, Your Honor, I reviewed the motion filed by defense counsel. I agree with what's in the motion, and I'll be preparing the documents to dispose of the case, Judge.
All right, Ms. Leon, you heard Mr. Isasi. As soon as those documents are ready, they will be sent to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. You are excused.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Mr. Adams going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi.
That's great. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Adams' case, Your Honor, in return for his plea of no contest, it'll be $100 fine, court costs of 134, and period of 30 days deferred. And the amount to be paid in Stanford.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you heard Mr. Isasi's recitation of the agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Adams, if you can just make sure you come by the Robstown Municipal Court or call the Robstown Municipal Court to make arrangements regarding the paperwork, okay?
Absolutely. Do you happen to have that phone number for Robstown on hand?
I do.
Okay.
I do here somewhere.
Just gonna call and get it taken care of now.
Crystal,
Yes, Judge.
can you give Mr. Adams a phone number?
Yes, it's gonna be area code 361-387-4589. And you're gonna do
Perfect.
option number 4 for the court.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Adams.
Thank you.
Next, we have Jonathan Chad Dean. Mr. Dean, I'm going to go ahead and put you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sir. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dean, Your Honor, if we entered a plea of no contest on this,
Hold on, Mr. Isasi. I don't see him on here yet. Hold on. Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, on Mr. Dean's case, he'll be entering a plea of no contest to the charge. There'll be a fine of $100, court costs of $134, and that's to be paid in stanter.
Okay, Mr. Dean, you heard Mr. Isasi's recitation of the plea bargain agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
That is, yes, sir.
Are you asking the court to approve that agreement? Is that a yes, Mr. Dean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Dean, if you can just make sure you call the municipal court or come by to make arrangements to sign off on the paperwork, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Your excuse.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Miss Rueda. Miss De Leon Rueda.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Isasi.
sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bonilla. Mr. Bonilla?
Yes, good afternoon or good morning. Sorry I am late.
No, that's okay, Mr. Bonilla. You're here on Edward Fonseca.
Yes,
Do you wish to speak to Mr. Isasi regarding his case?
yes, please. And I tried to notify the court that I was going to be late because I was in the 94, so I apologize.
No, she did. She let me know that you were gonna come on later on. So no worries.
Thank you.
All right, we have like 3 people ahead of you, Mr. Bonilla, but Mr. Isasi is going pretty quick, so he'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Isasi? Let me get,
Yes. Ms. Reda?
yeah, let me close out that breakout. Okay, Mr. Isasi, do you have an announcement?
Yes, on Ms. Reda's case, Your Honor, in return for a plea of no contest, it'll be a 30-day deferred, $100 fine, and a court cost of $134. And that should be paid in stanter.
Ms. Rueda?
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
Yeah, you heard what he said and you are in agreement?
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
If you can make sure you call the Robstown Municipal Court or come by the court so you can sign off on your paperwork and pay the fine and court costs.
Yes, I'll do that today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Mr. Isasi, we have, Mr. Jesus García Álvarez.
Bueno,
Bueno, te voy a poner en un cuarto con con el abogado del estado.
gracias.
Está bien.
Mr. Isasi?
Bueno,
Okay, Judge, on Mr. Garcia's case, we're gonna request the court is to do either a 30 or 60-day reset. So I can look at a video. He's made some issues as far as some of the information on the citation that might be, that's actually of important significance to the stop. So I need to look at that video and, if we can get a 30 or 60-day reset.
Crystal, let's go ahead and reset Mr. Garcia Alvarez's case.
Yes, sir.
Señor Álvarez, ¿entiendes lo que vamos a hacer hoy?
Se van a 30
sí,
días. Van a
Ok.
volver a hablar.
Y usted va a recibir la noticia por el correo, ¿está bien?
de acuerdo.
Ok,
Yo espero
gracias.
que esté bien.
Ok,
Buen día.
gracias. Ten buen día.
Bye. Gracias, bye.
Bye. Okay, next we have Mr. Ruben Martinez. Mr. Martinez, I do not have the ability to unmute you. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, he's saying that the court muted him, but he's muted by himself.
Yeah, I probably muted him, but he has to unmute himself. In the meantime, Mr. Isasi, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Medina, because he's ready to go.
Okay.
Right there. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Martinez, go ahead and sit tight.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I'm gonna
Now
leave
I
you,
can't hear you.
Mr. Martinez.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, that's on your side. You're having trouble with your audio.
Yes. Hold on, let me see what I can do to turn it up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. I can't barely hear you. Let me see what's going on here.
It may be your connection.
Okay. You can hear me fine. Can you
I
talk?
can hear you fine.
Okay, I can barely hear you.
It may be your internet connection, Mr. Martinez.
Let me get closer to the router. What you did. Okay. Okay. Can you
Can you
speak
hear
so I
me
can
now?
see if I can hear you?
Can you hear me, Mr. Martinez?
Can't hear him. Hold on. I'm trying to see why I can't hear him.
That's weird.
Now they can hear me, but I
They
can't
can-
hear him. I
they-
can't hear him.
They can hear you, but you
I
can't.
can barely hear his voice.
Okay, look, all of this is setting. Media volume, call volume, all that's on. Yeah, it's all on.
Your phone recently?
In the truck. You want me to go get them?
Yeah. Okay. I can hear you barely. So,
Mr. Martinez, give me your cell phone number. If anything, I can have Mr. Isasi call you on your cell phone.
okay. The number is 361-243-7559.
Okay, hold tight.
Okay.
Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, on Mr. Medina, Your Honor, I've reviewed the citation and I've prepared a dismissal on that case, Judge, and I posted the reasons why on the dismissal.
Okay, Mr. Medina, if you'll follow up with the court, they'll be able to get you a copy of that dismissal, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse.
All right. Bye.
Mr. Isasi, with regards to Mr. Martinez, he's having trouble hearing. Can you hear us any better, Mr. Martinez? Yeah, I don't think he's able to hear us. I'm gonna have you meet with Mr. Bonilla, and then I got a phone number for Mr. Martinez. You can call him after you talk to Mr. Bonilla.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna put some earphones on that way I can try to hear you better. Okay.
All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Martinez, can you hear me?
Yes, a lot better.
Okay, just hold tight. Mr. Isasi is meeting with another individual, but I'll put him on here with you in just a minute, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Fonseca, I've made Mr. Bonilla an offer that he wants to relay to his client. So we could do a 30-day reset. And if his client accepts it before then, he'll just contact the court and we'll just void out the next date. But now we can just reset it for 30 days.
Okay, Crystal, let's go ahead and reset Mr. Bonilla's case. Mr. Bonilla, we'll let you speak to your client. If you get some kind of resolution before your next setting, just let us know.
Very good. Will do, Your Honor. Hopefully, if we're able to resolve it, we won't need that hearing, but I'll let the court know if he accepts that offer.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bonilla.
Sir, thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Okay, Mr. Martinez. We're going to put you in a room with Mr. Isasi. All right, Mr. Isasi.
Okay, on Mr. Martinez's case, Your Honor, in return for his plea of no contest, it'll be a 60-day deferred, $100 fine and court cost of $181.
Mr. Martinez, if you can, okay, there you go. Mr. Martinez, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, make sure you come by the Robson Municipal Court or call in to make arrangements to sign off on your paperwork.
You got it, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You are excused.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Isasi, you have one individual waiting outside that you need to speak to. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and end the Zoom.